Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Now, this is concerning an incident that happened at Tease Night Club located on Hastings Main Road in Christchurch. Now, there was a female that needed to use the ladies' room, the washroom, and when she went to use the washroom, the ladies' part was occupied and the gentleman's part was open, was not being occupied. So she used that particular one. She went into the male bathroom. And when she went into the male bathroom, they said she was wearing a one-piece jumpsuit. So she had to, pull it all the way down to use the bathroom. And an off-duty police officer came in and he identified his last name as Stoute, and another male, Justin Daniel. They're both bouncers at this particular nightclub, but they're probably cops in their, regular everyday life. But this is work that they do on the side. And when she noticed that they were in there, she asked them to close the door. And they just looked at her, and she said that somebody said, "Look at she," whatever that meant. And when she got up to close the door, they grabbed her by her throat and they threw her on the ground. And they're saying that the ground had, it was wet, and if you're using it and people are back and forth, it's not your house, so you don't have to worry about a drip here and a drip there. So, she was on the ground in this area, which is not really clean. And they dragged her out. They dragged her out through the nightclub, and she was, like they said, she was wearing a one-piece jumper, and she had to pull it all the way down to use the bathroom. So, well, when they're pulling her out, it's like they say naked. That's what they're saying here. I'm not going to improvise. They're saying they dragged her naked through the nightclub, and the club. And the nephew, someone saw the people that she came with, a member of her party, saw her, and they ran to see what was happening. And four bouncers, joined the others. And they're saying here that they contacted the police, and two officers responded. She explained to them what happened, and she requested that Officer Stoute and Daniel be charged for SA. Here it is. She requested that the officers be charged, and one of the officers responded that what she thinks is SA is not SA in the eyes of the law, and the man is a police officer. The officer further explained that it's not how it works. That's not how the law works, and they cannot remove an officer from performing extracurricular activities. So that's the basis of this blog, that this young lady, she was at a nightclub for a birthday party. She used the bathroom, the male bathroom, because the female bathroom was occupied. Two bouncers came in, and for some reason, that wasn't quite explained, but for some reason, they grabbed her and dragged her out through the nightclub, and she was naked. They're saying she wasn't, it was embarrassing. It was an embarrassing situation. When members of her party, came to see what was going on, other bouncers came on the scene, so they're outnumbered. And then when the police came, and she's saying, well, she was, SA, she considered them touching her, and especially when she wasn't in a situation where, she had, she didn't have time, according to this particular blogger, to like fix herself and to finish up what she was doing in the bathroom. They were just all over her. So she considers it being abused. I would too if you touched me like that. Yeah. So they're saying that what she thinks is SA is not really that way in Barbados. The law doesn't support it. The law doesn't support that kind of accusation. And they're cops, they're police officers, and what they do when they're not on duty is not the concern of the Barbados Police Service gang. It's not their concern. They have a right to do what they want to do to make money when they're not on duty. So this is a blog that's going up talking about these two particular officers, Stoute and Daniel. Okay, Stoute and Daniel. Okay, I didn't get any photos. I'll see if I can find anything online, but I did not get any photos to go along with this blog. Okay, this is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.